Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, your favorite tarot reader, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at what are people's unspoken thoughts of you. I'll try to be as accurate as I can, but it is a bit tricky when reading for the collective. If you want something more personal, you can always check in with a psychic for a more in-depth description. Speaking of which, I tried a clairvoyant from Psychic Source, and yes, they're sponsoring today's video. Thank you, Psychic Source. I got matched with a clairvoyant through their site, and honestly, I wasn't expecting her to be that accurate. I gave her no personal info, just asked about my future love life, and somehow she instantly picked up that I'm already in a relationship. She literally said, "Why are you asking about the future without mentioning him?" I was literally speechless, but then I remembered that's kind of what I do too. Still a shocking experience to be on the receiving end of it. She described my future partner as someone who makes me really happy, with great communication and bond that can handle anything. But the part that really stuck with me, she said she saw my future husband giving me purple flowers. A few weeks later, nothing happened, so I kind of forgot about it. Then we saw a tattoo promo on Instagram. My boyfriend sent me his ideas so I can book, and boom, a purple flower. Not a bouquet, but I'm definitely taking that as a sign. You can chat with gifted advisors however you're most comfortable, phone, video, or even text. Setting up my account on their website was super easy, and they have this quick little quiz that helps you find a psychic based on what you're looking for, whether it's love, past lives, energy readings, whatever. It made the whole process really personal and intentional. What sets them apart is the level of care and integrity. Only 2% of their applicants actually become advisors, so you know you're speaking to someone who's truly gifted and held to high ethical standards. And they back everything up with a no risk guarantee. If you're not happy with your last paid reading, it's free. For a limited time, you can use my code Siren at psychicsource.com when checking out, or you can just click the link in my description box below at trypsychicsource.com/siren. You'll get up to 40 minutes with an advisor for just $19.80. That's up to a $240 value. You don't have to use it all in one session. You can spread those minutes out across multiple advisors to see who you truly resonate with. They also donate 1% of your purchase to charity at no extra cost to you. Oh, and yes, I do get paid for this promo, so when you sign up with Psychic Source, you're feeding a perpetually hungry, slightly dramatic psychic, that'd be me, and funding my next impulsive crystal purchase. As you can see, the channel needs some new crystals, but that's all for now. Thank you again to Psychic Source for sponsoring today's video. So getting back to your pile selection, for pile 1 we have the Unakite crystal with the 9 of Pentacles. For pile 2 we have honey calcite with the messenger of earth, which is the Knight of Pentacles, I think. And then we have Howlite for pile 3 with the 5 of swords. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. You can pick either based off the pile you're drawn to or the zodiac sign that you have. So these zodiac signs are mentioned in the thumbnail. I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick one. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below. Then I'll see you at your reading. Hi pile 1, if you chose the Unakite crystal and the 9 of Pentacles, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what are people's unspoken thoughts of you. So please be aware that this is a general reading, only take what resonates, leave the rest. So spirit guides of pile 1, please tap me into their energy and the unspoken thoughts others have of them. What are the unspoken thoughts people have of pile number 1? So firstly, I feel like I'm tapping into a younger group of people. These could be cousins, people younger than you, maybe possibly in your family, or just younger people that know of you, even if they're not close to you. it feels like these younger people are still kind of like not in the phase where they have independence yet. And it feels like they're looking at you finally find your own independence. It's kind of like they see you as kind of cool. And they see you as someone that almost like is stepping into your adulthood, and they see the freedom that comes with it, and it's almost like they're looking at you have that freedom, and they are excited to have that one day themselves too. They kind of wonder what adventures you're going on, what freedom feels like. So it's kind of like they're looking up to you in a way and wanting to almost like have the same type of freedom or independence you have when they reach your age. Kind of like when I grew up, I want to be like you kind of energy. So we have the Six of Cups showing up reverse, which is confirmation. It could talk about innocence and all that, but since it's showing up reverse and based off the context of what we spoke about now, I kind of feel like you're in this phase of growing up. Not really losing your innocence, but like slowly growing up and becoming like a more mature version of yourself. Then we have the moon, and I feel like a lot of people could see that at the moment. And we have the Messenger of Fire, which I think is the Knight of Wands, with the Nine of Cups reverse at the back of the deck. So when I look at this Nine of Cups reverse at the back of the deck, for some reason I'm hearing, I don't know if it was like originally in Hannah Montana, but I'm hearing in Miley Cyrus's singing voice, You Can't Always Get What You Want, that song. So Hannah Montana is making me think again of like our younger years, because it's kind of like nostalgic in a way. Maybe people are kind of comparing you to the younger version of you to now. And people are kind of seeing how you're maturing and gaining the independence I was talking about before. And maybe you've kind of matured in a way where you've realized that not everything always works out the way we want it to. And things aren't always going to go the way we want it to, but we have to have appreciation for what we already do have and gratitude, and not lean into pessimistic mindsets. And sometimes I'm hearing not getting what we want can be the biggest blessing in disguise, because maybe it leads us to having what's actually meant for us, not what we just desire. Does that make sense? So perhaps this is coming from like an older person, a wiser person, this kind of thought pattern of like, sometimes not getting what you want can be a blessing, and you don't always see it in the moment. So I'm seeing an example of, let's say you want a specific person to care about you back, and this person doesn't show that kind of care you want, and your eyes are totally set on this person, but later you find out why it didn't happen. Maybe that person wouldn't have been a good match for you. And after having tunnel vision on that person, maybe months later you meet a person that's more suited for you, but back then you thought you wanted that person. So sometimes things work out in a way we don't always expect, and I feel like that's the unspoken thoughts of people around you, seeing you go through situations where maybe things aren't going your way, but they believe sometimes things happen for a reason that we can't always see with the moon. Like hidden reasons that we can't see. And I think these are kind of like intuitive thoughts that they think are just thoughts with the moon card, because the moon card can represent intuition and all that. I think sometimes people also connect to your energy and think certain things of you, and they're actually correct because they're tapping into their intuition. I wouldn't say all their thoughts are true, but sometimes they're kind of channeling information about you, not realizing it. So let's say they're assuming you're like this and this and this, and then they're actually right. I see that kind of energy with the moon. I do also see that you have a lot of people prying, being very nosy, like kind of sticking their nose in your business, pile one, and they're trying to almost like find hidden information on you. These could be people from your past or people you're not close to anymore with the Six of Cups reversed next to the moon. This is about them kind of trying to uncover secrets of yours or hidden information that you're not sharing, especially if you're being more private these days, like on social media or just in general in your personal life, because the moon can represent like things hidden and private. So yeah, you have some obsessed internet stalkers kind of like watching your every move. And this is not just like typical internet stalking where they're going through your pictures. It's like intense and over the top where they're going through your follower list, checking who tags you, those kind of small details that most people would maybe overlook. Perhaps you used to be someone really like fiery, almost like headstrong in a way, rebellious, and maybe a little bit impulsive, but you were very fun to be around. But perhaps now you're growing into this more, again, like mature version of self, this independent version of self, focused on your abundance, your goals, less impulsive, more grounded, and more in touch with your emotional nature nowadays than before. So people are taking note of like the you before versus the you now. It's kind of like people are seeing that you are evolving and changing. So we have the Queen of Pentacles showing up reverse. Then we have the Justice card. And we have the Tower. Okay, and we have the Messenger of Swords, which is Messenger of Air, which is the Knight of Swords at the back of the deck reverse. I don't know why, but I'm intuitively getting that this number 1116 is like some kind of time frame. So maybe in 11 to 16 days or something like that, something will happen. Something you don't see coming. This is a plan of someone, I'm intuitively feeling. And with the Tower, it looks scary right now, but I'm getting that you actually have nothing to worry about. This kind of event or thing that's going to happen is going to really open up your eyes to what's hidden, to hidden truths that you may not see right now. Let me try tap into this energy because I'm kind of confused. Okay, so I'm connecting to angelic energies because when I try to tap in clairvoyantly, I'm seeing like little angels, like, you know, those typical angel babies you see on like pictures and paintings. I'm seeing those. So I guess those are like cherub angels, if I'm not mistaken, that I'm seeing. These are the thoughts of your angels planning something, planning some kind of truth to be revealed. I didn't expect that since I thought we were going to be channeling just people in general. But this is what's coming through, so I won't ignore the message. It's meant to come through. Your angels are doing spiritual work on you at night. Pay attention to your dreams right now. They're showing you hidden messages and signs that your angels are trying to send you. And this energetic work they're doing on you while you're asleep is helping you kind of recalibrate, integrate soul lessons, and just helping you heal in general. Maybe activating certain soul lessons for you or certain like talents, gifts for you, as well as activating just like healing in your sleep, both physical and emotional. They're almost, you know, in movies or shows when someone kind of like sends somebody on a goose chase where, let's say like in Bugs Bunny, I don't know if this actually happens in Bugs Bunny, but I'm seeing it like Bugs Bunny, and he's like taking the carrot and like putting it in little pieces and making a trail of it so that the person can follow the trail. So it's almost making me think that your guides are kind of like sending you a trail of signs for you to follow. And it's very important you kind of take note of each one because they kind of link together in a beautiful synchronistic way. And this event that's going to happen is going to be a hidden blessing. It's going to bring hidden treasures. That's what I see in my mind's eye. And again, it's going to open your eyes to the unknown. So it may seem like everything's falling apart in the moment with these truths that are unfolding, but it's actually a blessing in disguise. It's going to lead to positive treasures as you're yet to find metaphorically. So moving on from that energy, I want to focus on channeling people now. So back to the people from your past or the people like heavily internet stalking you. They're thinking about you a lot, pal ones, to the point of obsession. But this isn't like creepy obsession that you'd have to worry about. It's more so the type of obsession of, oh, I'm checking up on you every single day on social media. Like every day I'm thinking about you. Every day I'm like looking for something on you. And I feel like they're almost like trying to tell what they think is the truth about you. So these are people that are very malicious, where they almost believe that there's like a hidden truth about you people don't see. And it's almost like they're trying to ruin your reputation in the process of telling this truth about you. But I think they're very delulu. And I think in the process, as they do that, try to create this smear campaign on you, they're actually going to end up ruining their own reputation and tripping over what they're kind of creating. Because I see somebody almost tripping over their own feet. And in normal cases where somebody's trying to expose the truth, it wouldn't happen like this. But this isn't the exact truth. It's truth with lies sprinkled in it, or truth kind of twisted to make you look bad in some way. It's kind of like, it's not fully the truth. Does that make sense? So say for instance, let's say I was in this energy and I told somebody about a story or something that happened with another person. And I'm now twisting the truth to make myself look better, but them look worse. That could be an example of the energy I'm seeing. And this is coming from impulsivity. It's not like planned out, but it's kind of like an impulsive thing they're doing. And I think the reason it's coming through here in these unspoken thoughts is because these people aren't exactly saying this to your face, but they're going behind your back constantly thinking about ways they could like ruin things for you, or like I'm hearing misery loves company, kind of like make you miserable because they're miserable. So yeah, don't pay attention to it, but I think Spirit is exposing it here for you to see what's truly going on behind the scenes here. Okay, so as I look at this Tower card, I'm seeing this vision of, because sometimes I look into the cards and I see like things in the cards that are not physically there, not as like a literal thing, but I see it as like a movie in my mind's eye, if that makes sense. Like the pictures moving and stuff like that. Anyways, I'm seeing you kind of like in this tower, and it's like your castle in a way. And there's almost like someone trying to save you from this tower, save you from this castle. And you're like, why are you trying to save me? I'm happy here. Like, don't you see that? And then this person's like, oh, but this castle isn't like fully nice because it's like worn down maybe here. And then you're like, no, but I'm genuinely happy in this tower castle. Like, I don't understand why you're here. So there's something about someone almost trying to give you advice, trying to save you from a situation where you don't want to be saved from, you like genuinely happy in the situation, and they think you're unhappy because they would be unhappy in that situation or environment or whatever. And then they're almost like trying to push that onto you, push that advice onto you. Um, it's like even after you kindly like declined, they're still trying to think of ways they can almost get you out of the situation or put you in a better situation because they believe you deserve better than this. But if you're genuinely happy in the situation, then what is the problem here? Like, why are they trying to force this onto you? Like, I get sometimes we can want better for the people around us, but if they're genuinely happy in a situation and it works for them, if we wouldn't be happy in that situation, why are we trying to project that onto them? Do you get what I mean? And I feel like this person's kind of in that energy right now. I don't know who this is, but this is what I'm seeing. So I guess just think if you have any people in your life like that, if that message resonates. Now I'm seeing your inner child and younger self in a vision. And this inner child or younger self is holding a plushie doll, like a teddy bear or something like that. This inner child of yours is kind of like wanting comfort from you. So I feel like it's not a literal person, but I feel like there's a past version of you that almost wants inner child healing, wants you to take a look at that little version of you that's still has like certain unmet needs with the Queen of Pentacles reverse and is asking for something, is needing something emotionally. And I feel like you could give that to them. But I also guess maybe people around you see the unhealed version of you or the almost childlike version of you within. And maybe they see your traumas, your pains with the tower, the things you went through that kind of shaped you into the person you are today, where it's almost like they see through the version of you now and they see like each and every version of you that came before, if that makes sense. And I think there are people that are very proud of you for the person you've become, like I said before. There is someone that is very sexually attracted to you and tempted by you, where they find you very alluring and hot. So they're thinking lustful thoughts of you right now. I'm going to try see who that is exactly for you by like channeling a zodiac sign or something about that person, because I feel like a lot of you would want to know who's lusting after you. So I'm getting the initial A, T. I'm seeing a mango for some reason. I'm seeing like the Wi-Fi symbol. So I don't know if you talk to this person on your phone, because I'm seeing it on a phone. So you could like text back and forth with this person. You could have gone to the movies with this person, or this person could like movies. I also see that this person could be a little bit nerdy. I see Cancer energy. The initial R, A again. I see a spider web and a star. I see bad boy, bad girl energy. And I see somebody that is free-spirited. So, Ace of Pentacles reverse. Okay, so it seems that people are thinking that right now you're in a phase of building, and you may not have that physical stability you're looking for right yet, but you are building towards that with your own independence. You don't want to rely on anybody for what you need physically, financially. So you're trying to like forge that path for yourself. You're trying to not focus on losses or what went wrong or what you didn't do, and instead you're trying to focus on attracting opportunities, being in the right mind state, and working towards whatever you need to do to get to this goal financially or stability wise. People see your capabilities and they believe that you can do this. All you need to do is put in the work and not stall or procrastinate. There are some people that don't want to see you win or succeed, haters, but I don't want to focus on that. I feel like most people see your capabilities and see that you're strong enough to do this on your own. We have the King of Swords showing up reverse. So I heard prideful when I saw this King of Swords reverse. Perhaps people think that of you. And I heard stubborn as well. Maybe people think you're stubborn. We have the Star reverse, but I also heard classy and misfortune. So maybe people have seen you gone through like unfortunate situations that, again, with the Star, that you haven't like fully healed from yet. And I do think there are people that kind of feel some compassion for you in some way, almost like want to be soft with you. They are almost giving you more grace than other people because you've been through these things. So if you were to act in a way that they would not tolerate, it's almost like they would give you more grace than another person. They would be less stern and more soft with you in some way because of the things you've been through. So I almost feel like you get some kind of like free pass from people where certain things slide because they feel bad for you for the things you've been through, where they almost give you like special treatment. Now, I don't want you to take that and use that as an excuse to go and do things because people are going to let things slide, but that is what I see. Okay, we have the Two of Cups upright. So there's somebody thinking about a relationship of yours, situationship, romantic situation, or even ex situation of yours. Or it could be like a romantic partner, ex situationship thinking of you. Let me see what I can get about this. Okay, so access to you is almost limited. I'm hearing like, I don't want a broke boy, like in song form. I don't know if that's an actual song, but I'm hearing it like that. I'm almost hearing that Scrubs song. I don't want no scrubs. So there's something about like you having high standards when it comes to dating and love. Maybe you're looking for people that are already having their own stability. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has their own preferences. So there's something about people kind of thinking that you're not easily impressed. Like people almost have to do the most to impress you or to get you to even pay attention to them romantically. We have the Magician. There's also something about an ex of yours thinking that you make fun of them secretly. And it has to do with insecurities, to do with, let me just say their pee-pee size, if they're a man. I feel like I'm channeling more women or people that are attracted to men in this pile. But of course, if you're a man and you're attracted to women, or if you're a woman attracted to women, then take it how it resonates. But I'm seeing some kind of insecurity to do with the bedroom, like how well they perform in the bedroom or something like that. This ex of yours thinks you're talking shit about them and laughing about them, which, okay, like I wouldn't normally do, but I'm just seeing that energy. It might not even be true. You might not even do that, but they have insecurities there and they secretly think that you're doing that. So the Magician and Patience. There is someone from your past that wants you back romantically and is almost patiently waiting for you. And it's almost like they want you to make the first move. I don't know if you actually want them back, but this is what I see. It's like they're waiting for some kind of communication from you saying that, oh, you've missed them, like pouring your emotions out to them. And they really crave you badly, but it's almost like they want you to reach out first. They've made their mind up that they're not going to reach out first. I don't know why, but this is what I see. Now, if you are in any situationship or like situation romantically, and even if you've been in the past, I guess people that have been with you romantically or are with you currently romantically would think that you're someone that takes it slow when it comes to love and relationships. You really like to vet out your partners, make sure they're someone you really want to be with before you like put all your eggs in one basket or make commitments to them. Perhaps you're the type of person that wants to almost like grow old with somebody you love, and you're very serious about picking the right partner for yourself. You're very observant when it comes to people, and you're not going to let BS slide. That's what they secretly think in their unspoken thoughts. And there's something about like, I would wait a lifetime for you kind of energy coming through here. Them almost like putting you on a pedestal, making you their muse. Just like almost feeling like they can't help but feel the way they feel. I'm hearing that song, I Can't Help Falling in Love with You. There's also kind of like thought loops that happen here where once they start thinking about you, they're in like some kind of loop or cycle where they can't stop thinking. So there's some kind of rumination or overthinking here when it comes to like people romantically. Even like people crushing on you, when they start to think of you, it's like they can't stop thinking about you. So I'm going to pull the last 3 cards and then we're going to end off here. Hopefully this was informative enough. I'm also going to mention some more zodiac signs and initials of people that could be thinking about you for extra confirmation. And if I mention your sign or initial, that's just another confirmation. So 4 of Cups, the Empress. I'm hearing you have this glow to you, glow up energy. Maybe before you were very insecure, but I feel like now you're trying to find more self-love with the Empress. You're trying to not listen to your insecurities, and maybe there's something changing in the way you talk to yourself or think of yourself. So Messenger of Air reverse, which I think is the Knight of Swords reverse. So again, like you've come out of your shell. You were a very fun, like reckless person before again. But now it's like you've grown up and matured again. I'm seeing that message like come up again and again. So it's emphasized here. Also, I'm noticing there's like a lot of mermaid imagery. I know mermaids represent transformation. They also represent diving deep into our emotions and ourself. They represent sensuality. So people could think you're like this. They also represent a lure because they know how to like lure people in. It also represents intuition, femininity, freedom, and the sea itself. Change, the ability to change and adapt, deep instincts, womanly power, a desire for independence, which we spoke about, a connection to the vast, mysterious ocean, according to Google. And also self-discovery. So maybe people think you're kind of like that. Okay, so I'm also seeing this energy of you kind of stepping into your power. I hear the word majestic, so maybe people think that in their unspoken thoughts. There's also something about you reminding someone of a specific cartoon character. I'm specifically seeing Sailor Moon in my mind's eye. Or like some kind of mystical character like that. There is also someone that is spreading lies about you based off their unspoken thoughts. So Think of it like this. Imagine somebody thinks something of you, assumes something about you. They don't even know the truth. They haven't even put in the effort to ask you if that's the truth. Now they go and spread lies, thinking it's true just because they thought that or assumed that. And I get that this person is very, very insecure. They have a low self-worth and low self-esteem. Though that doesn't excuse their behavior, it's maybe an explanation for why they do these things. They have a very dominant personality, and it's almost like they like to dominate soft people, where they think softness is a weakness, but it's not. People do think you're a very soft person. That is what I see, but I don't think everyone sees it as weakness. I think some people do see it as a strength and see it as like your greatest thing about you, if that makes sense. There are some people thinking that you don't have to be insecure about them getting bored or tired of you. That would never happen. And there's someone that thinks you don't trust them fully, and they want you to trust them. They want you to know that they would never go behind your back or do anything, and they'll always be there for you, even if you don't always like trust that they mean that. The reason I'm saying that is because I'm hearing a song that goes like, you think I wouldn't be there by your side, but I would, something like that. I don't know who sings it. Okay, so zodiac signs and initials. I'm seeing JK, so maybe there's someone that like jokes a lot, is very goofy. I'm seeing a Bible, so someone could be religious. I'm also seeing a plane, so someone could like travel a lot or work on planes or something. Or someone overseas, maybe. For some reason, I'm seeing Bart Simpson. I don't know why. And that Hades character, as well as Mr. Krabs. I guess just think like what person in your life reminds you of those characters. For some reason, I'm seeing that randomly in my mind's eye. I'm seeing the initial C, G, E. For some reason, I'm seeing handcuffs, so we may have like a very kinky person thinking about you, or someone that has gone to jail. Weird, but that's what I see. I'm also seeing a price tag, so this would be someone that maybe paid for something for you or wanted you to buy a product of theirs or something. Because I'm seeing like a store worker. I'm also seeing an iPad kid for some reason. Random. Okay, give me more initials, please, Spirit. I'm seeing the initial A genie lamp. So genie lamps represent wishes. Maybe there's someone like wishing something regarding you, if that makes sense. I'm seeing G again. P. C. H. And I. And then for zodiac signs, I'm seeing Capricorn, Leo, Aquarius, Cancer, Gemini, Scorpio, and Libra. So that is all I have for you. I really hope this reading resonated. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time. If you'd like to see more readings like this, then you can check out my membership, and I will see you guys soon. Hi there, Pal 2. If you chose the Honey Calcite Crystal and the Messenger of Earth, which is the Knight of Pentacles, I think, then we're going to be taking a look at people's unspoken thoughts of you. Please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. So, Spirit Guides of Pal 2, please tap me into the energy of my Pal 2s and the unspoken thoughts of people around them or people in general. What are people's unspoken thoughts of pile 2? So firstly, I'm seeing that you're very unique and different and people praise that. There could be some kind of unique style or self-expression. So for example, I'm seeing like a very retro looking style in my mind's eye, or even like a boho style, coquette, something almost just like unique where you don't see that kind of fashion look every day. I see somebody that's like very expressive with their fashion style and their look, where they almost like customize their character or avatar all the time, and people love that about you. They love to see what outfit you're gonna wear next, and it's almost like you're very inspiring. You inspire people to get outside of their comfort zone, to be bold, to be themselves, most importantly. And as I'm saying all of this, I have a candle at the opposite side of my desk that you can't see, that's kind of like flickering. So I take that as confirmation. So we have the Hierophant, Fortune's Wheel. Then we have the Five of Wands. So I heard the word discomfort. Some people feel discomfort to do with this, especially if they are in war with themselves, especially if they lack or limit their own self-expression or have trauma around people saying they can't self-express. So for example, let's say they wear something and somebody's like, oh, you look stupid, change out of that. Or let's say they laugh too loud and somebody's like, quiet down. These are people that almost like have some kind of stunted self-expression where they hate themselves, which is kind of sad, but I see them almost like feeling discomfort seeing you be bold and step outside of your comfort zone, though that has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. Don't take it personally. Candle flickering again, so I take that as confirmation again. I'm also seeing this energy of you almost just having this breathtaking beauty about you, pal twos, where when people see you, they're almost just like, wow, this person's so gorgeous or so handsome. There's something about the color of your eyes and your hair that people just find so beautiful. There's almost like a huge respect that people have towards you, where they're careful with what they say and they're careful with how they say things to you. And I even see when people are attracted to you, it's almost like they have so much respect for you that they wouldn't go and just say sexual things to you, or, like do things that would be considered disrespectful. It's almost like they want to treat you in a way that it's like they're scared of saying the wrong thing. Like, imagine going to talk to a queen or a king. You wouldn't just say, like, anything to them. You would make sure to impress them. And people kind of see you that way. Like, you carry yourself like a queen or king. There's this regal energy about you in the way you carry yourself. I don't know if we have a lot of Leos here in this pile or just people with a lot of self-confidence, but that is the energy I see. People also have the unspoken thought of you that you're very wise. I feel like people think you're an old soul if they believe in past lives. Or they think you're just very mature for your age. Some people think that maybe you had to grow up too fast, or that your parents kind of just taught you values and kind of like how to be mature from a young age. People definitely think that you're very intelligent as well. You don't just have the beautiful looks, you have intelligence too. Almost like a double whammy, if that makes sense. There's something about you carrying this power that other people are maybe afraid of, but also kind of revere and respect in some way. So people have the unspoken thought that you have a lot of power, whether you see it or not. And this may not be power in the sense of career or whatever, but it's just the power you carry in yourself. There's something about soul contracts popping up. I don't think people are thinking of that, but I think I'm channeling people you have soul contracts or fated meetings with. And the candle's flickering again. I'm not gonna like repeat it the whole time, but it's just interesting that it's happening for your pal specifically. I don't know if you do like candle scrying. I would recommend it because there's this strong connection to fire here for your pal specifically. Okay, anyways, these people you have soul contracts with or fated divine connections with where you were meant to meet them. Let's see what they're thinking of you. Let me see what I can channel. I see a parent that you cut off, and it's almost like, I don't want to say this or invalidate any like pain, but I do believe that you had some kind of like karmic soul contract with a specific parent that you're maybe in no contact with. This may not resonate with everyone, just take it if it resonates. And I feel the energy of a mother figure or mother wound, but it doesn't have to be. Anyways, this estranged parent of yours that you've gone no contact with is thinking that they really messed up. I'm hearing that they were jealous of you for some of you, and perhaps they took it out on you. I see them being like very mean with their words towards you as a child. And this may have come from jealousy, where it's almost like, you know, that quote that says, the first, something along the lines of the first hater of a woman is sometimes their mother. I'm seeing that kind of energy. Of course, you don't have to be a woman watching this pal, but I'm just seeing like a little girl in my mind's eye. Anyways, little you was almost like very confused and didn't know whether you were loved or not because of this, because of the way you were treated. And I think this parent of yours is maybe like finally realizing why you went no contact, why you cut them off. I do think there is some entitlement there still, even though they are starting to self reflect and take responsibility. They still have a little bit of entitlement, like, oh, you should talk to me. You should, um, you know, kind of like have me in your life because I'm your mother or I'm your father. So that's kind of what I see there. But they do see your point, and they, I think through this, I hear punishment. It's not a punishment that you're going no contact with them, but they think it's a punishment. It's more of a boundary. But since they think this is a punishment, it's almost like they feel like it's pushing them to self-reflect. Okay, moving on. I see some kind of soul connection that feels like a best friend or a lover. Doesn't have to be, but this feels like someone that is almost like having the kind of connection with us, like two peas in a pod, like we go everywhere together. You're my other half kind of energy. And if you haven't met this person yet, then perhaps this could be a future energy. Kind of like inseparable. We go everywhere together. We're connected by the hip kind of energy. When I go somewhere like, and you're not there, people ask where you are kind of energy. I see some kind of past life in Italy, and I'm seeing Pisces energy. Doesn't have to be for everybody, as well as Capricorn and Scorpio. So this person is thinking that you are like sunshine to them. You just brighten up their whole day. They don't know what life would be like without you. Life would probably be very lonely and bland without you. And you just make their whole day. Even when you're doing boring things together, it still feels fun. And you're just like their best friend and companion, and they just feel so happy to have you in their life that I almost feel like crying tears of joy. There's just so much appreciation here in their thoughts towards you that I want to cry tears of joy connecting to the energy. So it's really cute. I see them wanting the best for you and just wanting you to be happy, and I see them valuing you a lot and never like taking you for granted. The next soul connection I see is someone that has always been there for you or has always saved you in tough situations. This person is almost like your guardian angel in real life. They may have been a guardian angel to you in past lives. It's almost like this person wants to like continue to protect you and be there for you. And you may almost feel like, what did I do to deserve that kind of treatment, like in the best way possible? But this person doesn't mind. They actually like being there for you and kind of just like always helping you no matter what you're going through. Now I see somebody that you may have rejected romantically. It seems like they tried to make some kind of like romantic advance towards you. We'll pull more cards in a minute. I'm just trying to get all the soul connections I'm seeing. And I see you almost, I see this person like trying to kiss your hand. And this may not have happened literally, but this is the vision I'm seeing in my mind, which is making me think of unrequited love. And so this person's like trying to kiss your hand and you're like, ew, and you pull your hand away. So maybe you got the ick from this person. You didn't like this person back, but they're still trying to connect with you, even though you don't want them back, even though you rejected them. Kind of like unrequited love. I see that this is teaching them a huge lesson of self-worth because it's almost like they want to become what you want and change themselves to please you, but that's not what you want. Um, you know that Beyonce song where she's like, I can wear her skin if that's what you want? It's not coming through that obsessive, but it's almost like this person wants to become what you want. So like maybe they're looking at your type and trying to dress like your type, trying to become your type almost, trying to change the way you see them. But I think they're learning lessons around the self-worth and around ego and jealousy, especially when they see you with somebody that is your type. I wouldn't worry about that though. I don't think it has anything to do with you, but I think that's just their own journey they're on. It's not to say that the soul contract means you have to be with them. That's not what it's saying. You're just a lesson for them in their journey. I see somebody that is very strategic, almost like plans everything in a very like strategic way. They're very calculated in some way. I'm getting like more so Capricorn energy with this person. It seems like they're planning something with you or to do with you. This seems positive for some of you, where they're trying to like almost find something that will like impress you, like gift you something that will impress you or something like that. Or succeed to impress you, something along those lines. For others of you, I'm seeing this person try to compete with you and try to almost like reach first place before you in some kind of area of life. It's like they're competing with you, but you don't even realize that. Like they're trying to almost like beat you at their own game, which is weird. But it is confirmed here with the Five of Wands. Maybe you do have some competitive people that are almost like plotting to like outshine you in some way. I feel like that's all these soul connections I'm channeling at the moment. If I see more, I'll mention it. So we have the Six of Swords. I want to get on with the cards and not make that part too long. We have the Queen of Swords reverse. And we have the Two of Cups reverse. Okay. So I'm seeing like many no contact situations here for you. Like, I don't know if you have a lot of no contact situations you're in, or if this is the same person. But to me, this feels different from the energy I mentioned before. This feels like more romantic, with the Two of Cups reversed, like someone you had a romantic separation from. And it feels like you and this person had a lot of differences that you couldn't sort out. And things just changed, like for both of you, where you were both going in like very different directions of life, and you were just both maturing. And I think you both outgrew this connection. You guys just didn't click anymore the same way you used to, and it's because you both changed, and the direction and course of your life changed because you outgrew one another, and that's not always a bad thing. However, this person is thinking about you. I do think that they still lust over you, because I heard the word lust, but they think everything happened in a fair manner. I don't think they hold any animosity towards you anymore, if there was animosity before. But they feel some kind of peer pressure to get back with you. I feel like you are that ex or situation X, situationship X, whatever situation this is, whether it's an ex, someone you didn't date, but were like dating, if that makes sense, but not officially. Either way, this is someone you separated from romantically, divorced, whatever. And it's almost like you're that one that got away. Not that they miss you per se, but to the people around them. Have you ever dated somebody and then, or like been friends with somebody, and then all your family, all your friends keeps asking about them even years later, and it's like nobody can compete with them, where your family and friends love them so much for you, and maybe you don't even want them back anymore, but it's like your friends and family keep bringing this person up, and even if you bring new people around, it's like they're not good enough, you must be back with this person. I feel like you're that to them. So their friends and family just cannot get over you. They love you so much and they want you to be back with this person. But this person doesn't exactly feel like it's meant to be. They kind of feel like you've both grown very differently. Like you're both very different people now, that it just wouldn't be the same. And they don't necessarily have those feelings still, but they kind of wonder, like, are my family and friends right about this? Like, do they see something I don't see? So they're kind of feeling confused on like whether to follow their advice and break the no contact or not. Okay, let's see what else comes through. I also think this person is thinking back to past experiences where they wanted to say something. Well, this is a different person if it's not this person. But I'm channeling somebody that maybe had conflicts with you. And you know when you kind of like practice a conflict in your mind from like the past, where if you were to say this now, you would say it like this and instead of like this. I see somebody almost like practicing a conflict in their mind with you of like what they would say to you. But I think they're kind of trying to process past anger or disturbances of emotions, disturbing emotions of anger. So we have the Two of Wands reversed, but not disturbing in a way of like you would have to worry, but just like trying to process it in their own mind because it's disturbing them, the anger, I mean. I don't mean that they're gonna do anything like per se to you. Two of Wands reverse, the Nine of Wands, and the Messenger of Air, which is the Knight of Swords. There are a lot of people that lust over you that I see here. They would never tell you that, but they secretly do that in their mind. I don't know if that's flattering or not, but this is just genuinely what I see. There is somebody that is struggling to make some kind of decision here. And it's like they want to ask you for your advice because they know that you would give the best advice compared to other friends of theirs that would tell them to be impulsive and give the worst advice that would destroy their life. Right now, they're looking for mature advice, a mature perspective, real advice that's coming from a grounded place, not from a destructive place. And so this person kind of feels like very alone and isolated at the moment, and they just need like another perspective. They need to talk to somebody about an issue they're going through and their indecision to do with that, because they really want to make a decision here, but they don't want to be impulsive and they don't want to be self-destructive with the way they go about it. So I feel like they're thinking and pondering, should I ask Pal to? I know they always give great advice. Maybe I should ask them, but I think they're kind of working up the courage to talk about the situation. I also feel like you guys have a copycat or multiple copycats. Someone that's always like mimicking your every move. Cosplaying you, I just heard. Spirit is so shady and messy, but I love it. By saying cosplaying you. Oh my gosh, let me see what this person's thinking. I see this person having a lot of like body image issues, and they're trying to lose weight, but this isn't a very like how do I explain this? You know when somebody's trying to lose weight, but it's not in a way of like trying to get healthy. It's in a way of like restricting themselves a lot, being very hard on themselves, and overall just like expecting quick, fast results that are maybe not sustainable. So I'm seeing that kind of energy. It's almost like they want to have like your body type, or like mimic or imitate your body type through exercise. So, for example, let's say you are someone that is maybe on the slimmer side. Maybe they want to have your body type. Let's say you're someone with more curve. Maybe they're trying to build their booty or something like to look like yours. I don't know, but there's just something about like trying to change their body to look like yours. It's like you're their inspo pick. Okay? They're possibly even trying to buy clothes like yours, like mimic your fashion taste, which is kind of weird and a little bit overboard. Like, okay, I get if you take inspiration from somebody and you like what they wore, but going and like tailoring your outfits according to this person's fashion style is a little bit weird to me and icky to me. That's what I see. I'm trying to figure out though, is this like malicious or hateful or competitive, or just someone that's like finding you inspiring? Let me see. I don't think they're doing it purposefully or maliciously, but it's something they're doing to almost like try better themselves. I know that's a backwards way of thinking, but they think this is going to help them better themselves and better their like perception of self. It's almost like they're trying to heal insecurities through almost like trying to become like the people they aspire to be like. But it's in an unhealthy way where it's almost like they're not honoring themselves or their own individuality. It's like they're trying to become a copy of you, thinking it will make them feel better because maybe they see you having confidence and subconsciously they associate you with that, where they're almost trying to become that. Does that make sense? That's what I see. So we have the Four of Cups reverse. We have the King of Swords upright. And we have the Magician reverse. So there is someone in your life that is very charismatic but manipulative. They're very good with their words. They know how to sell a person dreams. They know how to like almost intentionally leave out important information to get somebody agree to something that they're not supposed to agree to, something that almost like has a shady deal to it. So this person almost just like is kind of like a trickster. They know how to trick people into doing their bidding, and they know how to manipulate people. And again, they come across as very charming. They say the right words, but it's not genuine. I feel like this person has their eye on you in some way. Let me see what I can get about their thoughts about you, though. Their unspoken thoughts. They're seeing something you have and being like, ooh, this is nice. I like this. So they're kind of like observing what you have and liking it. But you almost instinctively feel the need to pull away or hide your things from this person, or hide what you have, or hide yourself from this person almost in a way, because you can maybe sense they don't have the best intentions. It's like, let's say someone was to see your home and they really like your home and they're trying to almost manipulate you into selling your home, but you don't want to sell it. That's the energy I'm getting here. Or like, let's say they see something nice of yours and then they ask you to borrow it, but they don't intend on giving it back. Like, I'm seeing some kind of situation like that where they see what you have, they like it, and they almost like either want to take it for themselves or have an identical copy. Why do you have so many copycats here? Oh my gosh. People need to get a life. But yeah, something about that's coming through. It's almost like, okay, no hate to any of the people I'm going to talk about. Spirit is using this as a metaphor. Just like, in school when they use random names like Sally did this, what should Sally do, or whatever. But Spirit is just using this as a metaphor. No hate to these people. Or I'm not saying they would do this. But like, imagine Kim Kardashian, Kourtney Kardashian, and some kind of sibling rivalry. And imagine Kim had to decorate her home a certain way. Now Kourtney wants to get the exact same decorations. I'm seeing that kind of energy. Or, Kim went to this country for her honeymoon or vacation. Now Kourtney wants to go there. So something about like that is showing up in that energy. Again, I don't know why you have so many copycats or people trying to have what you have, but it's almost like they're bored with their own lives, so they're trying to like fill it in some way with things that are interesting because they see what you have is interesting, so it's like they want a piece of it. We have the world, we have love, and we have the Empress. So these are the last cards I'm going to pull. There is someone that is almost like making you their whole world, that loves you so dearly. This is someone you see in your everyday life. Like, you see them almost every day. And you're not sure if you should trust this person. You don't know if it's too good to be true. You're scared of getting hurt. You're scared of being vulnerable and getting hurt. But this person isn't too good to be true. They have good intentions towards you. You're tempted to kind of like trust them, but at the same time, you don't know if you should. So there's kind of like this energy of you pulling towards them, pushing them away, pulling towards them, pushing them away. And it's kind of like this dance of love you're doing at the moment, because you just don't know if you can give your heart away to someone fully yet. What Spirit is saying is take your time with this person if it helps you feel more secure. But what this person's basically thinking is they want to give you their whole world. Like, they've kind of made you their whole world. They love you dearly and they just want you to know you're safe with them. You can be vulnerable with them. They're never going to hurt you. This person knows that they're not perfect. And they don't want to disappoint you, but if they do, they will make up for it. They know they're not perfect. They have some flaws and they may not see themselves as too good to be true because they're only like looking at their own flaws, like, oh, I'm like this, why would you like me because I'm like this? So it's almost like you're looking at them as too good to be true, but they don't see themselves that way. They don't see what you see in them. They look at all their flaws and like wonder how you could even like them. But I'm getting that if you two had to like share your insecurities or your flaws with one another, you guys would find like more relatability in that. Because I'm seeing the Desperate Housewives scene in one of the earlier seasons when Lynette, I think that was her name, Lynette, if I'm getting it wrong, sorry. Where she was kind of like sharing her insecurities about like not being the perfect mom like all the other moms, and they kind of just shared all their insecurities with each other, and they were like, oh, I didn't know you were going through that, like everything seemed so perfect. And they felt closer to one another through being vulnerable. So perhaps they're thinking of doing that with you, like sharing their vulnerabilities, their insecurities with you, like their flaws, almost just showing you the raw version of themselves. I think this person is kind of going with the flow with you, not trying to plan or force anything. There are someone with like a little bit of control issues, but they're trying to work on that. And they're trying to just almost like let things flow in a direction where it's like we're not forcing anything. It's just flowing towards that naturally. Even though they have control issues, they will still want you to make your own decisions without them influencing it. So they are a self-aware person, is what I see. Okay, so now that we're done with all that, with all the unspoken thoughts, I'm now going to channel some zodiac signs to see who's kind of thinking about you. This will just be extra confirmation as well as initials. And if I mention yours, then that's just more confirmation for you. So Leo came up a lot within this pile. I'm also getting fixed sign energy. So Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Leo, which I already mentioned. Virgo, Gemini. I'm also seeing like something about like Halloween. I don't know if something's gonna happen during Halloween. I don't know if someone's planning something for Halloween. I'm just seeing like a bunch of pumpkins and Halloween. I saw it in the beginning, but I forgot to mention it, but I remembered now. And there's something about you entering some kind of new threshold or new beginning where it's like you're finding a new version of self that hasn't necessarily been born yet, and it's almost like you're trying to become them, a version of you that has never existed before, that you're trying to almost become or integrate, like your dream self, if I can put it like that. I feel like people are seeing that. Okay, so initials and zodiacs. I'm also seeing the initial A, V, S, E. I'm seeing the word velvet. So someone could like wear a lot of velvet. I'm seeing beer. Someone could drink a lot of beer. I'm seeing Gemini energy. I'm seeing someone that's very handy or always like wants to fix things in other people's lives. Or wants to fix people like Bob the Builder. I see somebody that writes in cursive. I see somebody with a kind of like mean personality, mean-spirited personality. I'm getting the initial H. S again. O. Taurus again. L. I'm getting the word light, so they could be lighter in skin complexion, have lighter hair, lighter eyes, something like that. Or pale skin or something. I'm seeing somebody that likes to bake. I'm seeing somebody with a pet bird and someone with a newborn baby. I'm also seeing Sagittarius energy as well as Pisces. And somebody that's like always smiling. So hopefully I mentioned enough details here for you to figure out who's thinking of you. Let me know what you thought of this down in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this, then you can check out my membership. So thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time. Hi, Pile 3. If you chose the Howlite Crystal and the Five of Swords card, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at the unspoken thoughts of people. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Let's see what comes up in your cards. So Spirit Guides of Pile 3, please tap me into their energy. And please show me what are people's unspoken thoughts of them. Tap me into the thoughts of others, please. What are the unspoken thoughts people have of Pile 3? So we have the Page of Wands. We have the Nine of Swords reverse. And we have Transformation showing up reverse. So I see that people secretly think that you're this free-spirited person, that you have a pure heart, a pure-hearted nature about you, a softness to you and your personality. But the softness doesn't make you someone that people can walk all over. In fact, people shouldn't mess with you. Like, they should be afraid to mess with you. That's what people think in their unspoken thoughts. I think that you can be very petty. With the Five of Swords here, you can get back at people if you wanted to. Or you maybe have very like strong comebacks, or you know how to almost like say things back to them that would make them rethink messing with you, or, you know, crossing boundaries of yours, whatever. Either way, I think people are intimidated by you secretly, and that shows up in their unspoken thoughts, where it's like, I wouldn't say anything to you because then you'd bring out the tea, you'd bring out all my secrets, you'd, you know, kind of throw a blow back at me and kind of make me rethink why I said that in the first place. So there's something here about that, and maybe people that tried with you regretting it later on. Okay. However, some people see this energy and they almost think that it's a little bit immature and that you should be taking the high road. But sometimes, as someone that's always taken the high road, I feel like sometimes people don't always respect you when you do that. Because I was always taught, like, oh, be the bigger person, you know, don't say anything back. But I found that sometimes that leads to people feeling like it's okay to disrespect you. Yes, sometimes it's good to take that approach, but sometimes it's also necessary to put people in their place and to show you're not one to be messed with. So I feel like as long as we can grow and deal with things in mature ways, then okay. And I guess it's just what's coming through here. So whether you agree with this or disagree, this is just what's coming through in terms of the unspoken thoughts of others. It's almost like this person or these groups of people want you to change, but you're not changing. With transformation reverse, like you're still having this pattern where they think it's kind of like immature. I also see that people that have maybe messed with you are kind of paranoid that you might get revenge or get back at them. And it's kind of like they're sleeping with one eye open. Even if you're not going to do that, they're paranoid. That's what I see. And it's almost like they're trying to speak to you in a nicer way because they're intimidated. They don't want to like get on your bad side. We have the Magician. We have the Hermit. You could be someone that kind of has your head in the clouds a lot of the time. This like dreamy energy about you. So the Magician, the Hermit, and the Messenger of Water, which is the Knight of Cups. Okay, so you have your head in the clouds, yet you also know how to be focused at the same time. You try to overcome your fears and you try to think of things in a practical way, like, is this fear really stopping me or holding me back? Is this fear going to actually do something to me, or do I just think this? There's something about you just knowing how to face your fears, or maybe you're starting to do that. And that's what people around you are starting to think and see, where it's almost like they haven't said this to you, but they're noticing you go through this journey. And it's almost like, even if you're not sharing it with them, it's kind of like they can see what's happening on the surface. In people's unspoken thoughts, they think that you're someone that comes across as reserved, private, yet transparent at the same time. You're not secretive in a way where you're hiding things from people, but the information you need to keep private, you keep private, and you're transparent in a way where you're truthful and open, but not too open in a way. People also think that you're someone that speaks in a very sweet way, until someone messes with you, of course, but you have like this sweet way of speaking. Maybe you kind of speak with your emotions. Like you're able to speak about your feelings very easily, maybe. Perhaps you're a very sensitive person and you wear your heart on your sleeve as well. You're romantic at heart, but you're also practical at the same time. And you possibly don't fall in love with words, but you fall in love with actions. I think over the years you've had to kind of learn almost like wisdom to do with relationships, love, who to give your heart to, who not to give your heart to. And I'm seeing that in the near future, this isn't showing up in people's thoughts, but just what I'm seeing intuitively. In the near future, when you use this kind of thought process or pattern of, should I trust this person or not, looking at red flags and being aware of it, looking at green flags, not looking at situations with rose-colored glasses. It's almost like you're going to weed out the bad options in love or dating, or in just relationships in general, even friendship. And it's almost like the right people are going to be in your vicinity at the right moment of time. Kind of like that invisible string theory. It's almost like the right people are going to find you at the right time. So something about that needs to come through here. But let's get back to the topic at hand. I do see an ex of yours, specifically an ex, talking a lot of shit about you. Sorry, but that's what I see. The reason I say so is because I'm seeing these eyes that kind of remind me of one of my sister's exes. I don't know if she's watching this pile, but either way, even if she's not, I'm just taking that as ex energy because they're showing me that guy's eyes specifically. I don't know if he's talking about her, but anyways, I was seeing this energy of someone talk shit about you. And I'm linking it to that person because I saw those two messages right after each other. So it feels like this ex of yours is very bitter and resentful over whatever happened. They're kind of thinking in a very fantasy delusion type of way where they believe that they're still entitled to have you in their life and they're not. For some of you, this person has the audacity, because for some of you, I see that this person broke up with you, but then they're going and like being entitled to you now, to your time, to your energy, your attention. Spirit doesn't want me to talk much on this situation, but that's all I'll say. For some reason, Spirit doesn't want you to focus on this because it might affect you in some way where it almost lowers your vibration. And maybe right now you're doing really well emotionally, and Spirit almost like wants you to focus on positive things, not things that are going to bring you down or make you feel insecure or just make you feel some type of way. So let's see. We have the Seven of Cups showing up reverse. Then we have the Two of Swords showing up reverse. So I see a grandma or grandparent talking about you, saying they're very proud of you or thinking that of you. So Seven of Cups reverse, Two of Swords reverse, and the Empress reverse. So people usually think that you are someone that's very indecisive. You struggle to make a decision for the life of you, especially when too many options are in front of you or too many choices, decisions, and it's just like, I don't really know what I want. Maybe you have to look at all these options strategically and kind of write out the pros and cons and all that to figure out what truly feels right to you. Perhaps you're someone that makes decisions based off logic, not your emotion. And you try to not make decisions when you're in a low place or when you're not in the best place emotionally, mentally, or when you're insecure. So that's what people think. There are a lot of insecure people that kind of compare themselves to you because it's almost like they see where you're at right now and they want to be there themselves. And this could be in regards to your own personal journey. This could be in regards to your love life, your beauty, whatever it is. Like, it's almost like they're comparing themselves and they see you as further than them. So what it's reminding me of, like, let's say someone here gets into a relationship and this person's single and they want a relationship so badly and they have insecurities around that, like, am I not good enough because I don't have this relationship? Then they compare themselves to you because you have this beautiful relationship. That's an example of the energy I see, but it doesn't have to resonate. So it's almost like they're comparing their journey to yours and they see it as you're further ahead than them. Another unspoken thought I see here is someone almost trying to prioritize you, but it's almost like there's so many distractions around them that keep pulling their attention away from you. I don't know why, but it's just like many different things of people in their life that keep pulling them off of you, like in terms of their focus. I don't know if they're doing that intentionally or unintentionally, like the people around them, or if it's like just tasks or what. But the energy I'm getting here is like, imagine I'm trying to do one task and it's very important. And now another task comes up and distracts me from this task. And then I only realize like later on after a few hours that, oh my gosh, I just got distracted. So that's the energy it's giving me, which is making me think that this person doesn't want to be distracted by other tasks or people, but it's almost like everything is pulling their attention away from you and they don't know why, and they feel guilty because of it. They feel like a bad friend or partner because of not prioritizing you or giving you the attention or effort or focus you deserve, where their full focus is on you and they do want to make it up to you. They cherish you so much. That's what I see. They also want to show you off to others. I'm hearing that song by Doja that goes like, I want to show you off. We have the King of Swords showing up reverse. With the King of Swords reverse, I heard the word toxicity, so the next person I'm channeling seems to be someone very toxic. They seem to be someone that like always wants to get into fights. Like, you know, those people that like always want to fight everybody, like they're just mad at the whole world. Oh my gosh, like these cards aren't going straight. Ugh. Anyways, I'm seeing that kind of energy with them and them kind of like wanting to fight with you. I don't know if they want to fight verbally or physically, but I see that type of energy. They can be very manipulative and they almost like getting a reaction out of people. That's what I see. It's like it gives them joy. It's like they're like rage baiting people. Queen of Pentacles reverse. It's like this person isn't exactly the most stable. They may have anger issues and I think they need to learn to control their temperament, but I think that the way they speak is just like very harsh and brash, if that makes sense. That's what I'm getting from their energy. They seem or look innocent, but they have like some kind of potty mouth, is what I'm getting energetically. And they have like some kind of sinister energy about them. Yeah, so perhaps they're thinking certain like angry thoughts about you, thinking about what they would say to you to provoke you. Maybe they want to fight. Now, I'm picking up on another energy here where a lot of people secretly think that you're funny and that your jokes are funny, but there is a particular person that was maybe offended by a joke you made, not realizing it was a joke, where they took it seriously. Okay, we have the Love card showing up reverse. We have Cole showing up reverse. And we have the World showing up reverse. I'm picking up on that person that was guilty again. I'm just feeling their energy quite strongly again, where they're taking over this part of the reading. They don't want you to see their lack of like focus and attention on you as they don't love you, as they don't find you important, as they don't, commit to you, because they feel quite the opposite. And they know that it probably is very disappointing, the fact that you're expecting them to show up for you, expecting them to communicate properly with you. But maybe they're just like one of those very like flighty kind of people, one of those people that get really distracted really easily. And maybe they're not the best communicator. And all it would take from them for you to be happy is for them to just communicate. Be like, hey, listen, I've gotten busy. I will call you back in 20 minutes or whatever. But because of the fact that they're silent in that time period and you're just waiting for them, waiting for an answer, nothing from them, it almost just makes you feel like you're waiting for somebody that's not going to come around or show up for you when it truly matters the most. So perhaps you're going through that issue with this person where you want them to make you a priority. You want them to make time for you and to stop making excuses about, oh, I was busy with this, oh, I was busy with this. I feel the message from Spirit that perhaps... Okay, this is what I'm seeing from Spirit. I'm seeing that there's some kind of divine intervention happening where spiritually they're being pulled away from you. I don't think they want to be far apart from you. I don't think you want that either. But it's almost like your chapter has ended with this person. And Spirit is saying it's time for you to experience a new chapter now. And so every time they try to prolong this chapter with you, it's almost like life keeps getting in the way because maybe it's just not meant to happen. And I know that can be painful to hear, especially like when we're putting our hopes in somebody and hoping that things change. Spirit is saying, try not to get your hopes up in this situation because you might get disappointed. The Six of Swords reverse at the back of the deck tells me that the situation isn't going to change just because either this person isn't going to change, even if they have intentions to, or the situation isn't going to change because maybe it's not meant to. I feel like you're struggling to let go of this person and they're struggling to let go of you, but it's almost like every time they try to hold on to this connection, it's almost like the universe, God, whatever you believe in, is almost trying to pull you away from each other, and therefore the plans aren't working. Like whatever you're trying to do isn't like sticking. You know what I mean? Like, have you ever tried to force something to happen, but no matter how much you try, it just doesn't happen? That's the kind of energy I feel here, and maybe it's just not meant to. So I don't know why I'm channeling that, but I am. Either way, I do feel like this person still wants you in their life, but I just don't see them changing. And I think it's better to know the truth than to hold on to hope and waste months or years of your life waiting for a person to change that just doesn't change. Not that they don't want to, but I just don't see them changing. Okay, so that is where I'm going to leave the reading in terms of people's unspoken thoughts of you. Hopefully that was informative enough. Now I'm just going to take a look at what I can channel in terms of zodiac signs and initials, and this is going to be like who's thinking of you. But if I do mention yours, that's just extra confirmation. Okay, again, I'm picking up on that energy of a person that's very angry. It's almost like they want to catch you. Like, I see them like waiting outside a place and wanting to catch you at the right moment to like have a talk with you or to fight with you. Please be safe. Please try to avoid that. Because this person is just, their energy is like so toxic and irritating to me. The fact that they always want to fight. Like, don't they have anything better to do with their life? I'm seeing the sixth house energy, Virgo energy. I'm getting the initial S, D, P, L, E, E again, H, K, D again, N, and F. F again. Okay, and then R. And now for zodiacs, I'm seeing Libra energy, Leo energy, Pisces or 12th house energy, the Venusian energy, which is Libra and Taurus, which I already mentioned, Libra. I'm also seeing fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And in my mind's eye, I'm seeing that Spirit is urging me to pull like a few more cards. So I'm going to do that for you, even though I was going to end off. So maybe there's more information that wants to come through. Fortune's Wheel, the Six of Cups reverse, both reverse and Patience. Okay, so this seems to be another person coming through, a past relationship. Six of Cups reverse energy is someone that misses you, someone that just can't let go of you, can't let go of the past, is stuck in your memory. That's what Six of Cups reverse energy is to me as a reader. Everybody reads their cards differently. That's how I read it. So these groups of people or this person from your past is or are struggling to let go of you, struggling to let go of the memories associated to you. I get that they're worrying a lot about whether you have a chance to reconciliate or not. I also get that they could be pulling cards on you, or trying to get psychic readings on you. But I see the psychic reader refusing to do the reading for them, or not giving them like enough information, like being very vague, but it's because you're energetically protected. If they are getting readings about you, it's almost like that type of energy of, will they come back? Do I have a future with them? And it's almost like the psychic keeps saying no, and they keep asking, like, has the answer changed? Like, they keep asking for more readings on the same thing. And the reader's like, I already said no. Like, it's not going to happen. And this person just doesn't want to accept the no. So I'm seeing that in my mind's eye. I'm seeing a very childish person. I feel like this person robbed you of certain experiences, this person or people from your past. Maybe they wronged you in some way, or betrayed you, or just didn't appreciate you the way they were supposed to, like treat you the way they were supposed to. As a result of that, they're experiencing a lot of bad luck right now. So I feel like people that mess with you do get their karma. And it's almost like they're waiting for you to come back. They dream about you a lot. They're thinking about you all the time. And they're just wasting their time on you when you probably don't even care. Maybe some of you do, but I'm getting that most of you have moved on from this person or people. It's kind of like they're trapped in a delusion that you will come back. That's what I see. So that's where I'm going to end your reading. I do hope this resonated. Let me know how it resonated down in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you'd like to see more readings like this, then you can check out my membership. And I can't wait to see you next time.